Right, here we go. This is it. The beginning of a new era. This video was meant to go out yesterday, and it's going out today super late. There's been a bit of trouble behind the scenes, but I think I've got it all figured out, and I'm very excited, guys, to bring you the prologue for Season 3, My Team 2027. As always, the previous episode, the finale in Abu Dhabi Season 2, go check it out.
Hey boss, have you got a moment to look at something?
So yeah, that episode will be in the top right. Go see what happened in the final race of Hulkenberg and Colapinto for the team as we begin with a personnel facility event. We have a hiring campaign, and to be honest, cash is very thin. We are right on the brink of hitting the cost cap, so we are going to decline because right now that's simply not relevant to us. So we move on, and Alpine, interestingly, have moved for Franco Colapinto. So if you think about it, if this actually ends up happening, Colapinto and Gasly are going to swap. We've signed Gasly from Alpine, and Colapinto is going to basically do what he's doing in real life and drive for the team. So I'm actually really excited about this. Now, it's been confirmed, Colapinto has actually gone to Alpine. It happened literally shortly after. And also, of course, we have that Hamilton retirement, which got me thinking, if, and a big if Colapinto and Gasly swap, we've let Hulkenberg go and Hamilton's retiring. I would love it if Hulkenberg would go to Ferrari. Like, I would love it for that to happen. Could you imagine if after nearly signing for Ferrari, I believe back in 2013, when Hulkenberg nearly signed for the team, now in 2026, it finally happens. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully he gets it. Now we finally get to apply our owner training point, which took ages to get done. We also do a victory celebration. We're going to add some more to this, focusing on driver sim testing. Also, we're going to make sure we keep morale high and also driver focus high. So in this one, obviously we don't have many options left as we're running out of time before the end of the season. So for this one, we are going to go for a driver performance review, which basically is going to improve the perception in the paddock of Hulkenberg and Colapinto. Hopefully, they can land on their feet and get a better drive. We already know Colapinto is going to Alpine, so we'll see if we can hopefully get Hulkenberg that Ferrari seat that Hamilton has vacated. So yeah, in the meantime, we're just going to do some fan outreach to try and improve our fan rating. Also, advertising campaign is going to be pretty productive, but we ended up going for, I believe, the sponsor discovery event, because that makes a bit more sense for us. So yeah, with that done, activities finished. We move on with some more updates. We've completed the research for the master cylinder, which basically is a brake upgrade, and we'll do that next season. So basically we're not going to develop it now because we'll lose it with the regulation change. So we've left it researched, and we'll take care of that once we come back from the season finale. So as you can see, right now we have finished all the aero updates. We've also finished all the chassis updates, powertrain durability, basically all done. We've done everything we can do right now. We are currently locked by facility improvements, which is what we need to unlock the next tier. So now the question is, how many are we going to lose with the regulation change in the chassis and the engine? Now, we receive account management team on personnel. We're also going through these facility improvements pretty quickly. We're burning through them, and they're starting to run out. We're going to go for the contractor management, which basically does 3 facility improvements at one time in our corporate facility. And speaking of the corporate facility, we've received the sponsor negotiation team level 3, which is massive. So we're going to go ahead and add another one into the mix, and for this one we're going to go for the sponsor roadmap. 750k each time we reach a new loyalty level with our title sponsor. Again, that's going to be very productive next season because we've signed with Seren. We are leaving ex-Fulmig behind, and we're going to start out from level 1. So logically, we're going to get through those early levels very quickly. So we're going to basically get a 750 grand boost every time we level up. Now, cost cap, I think we're going to get away with it. We got right on the brink, like 5 million away from hitting the cap, but we're going to be okay. and I think we should just about avoid it. Here's the stats after Season 2. We add those to the Season 1 stats, of course, and we have 13 podiums, 7 race wins, 6 fastest laps, 2 pole positions, and then we have 46 top 10s, 90 race finishes, and 44 top 10s in qualifying. So pretty consistent in terms of qualifying to race ratio, but definitely more of a Sunday, carb, you could say, at our team in general. But this is it. It's the end of an era, guys. The ex-Full MIG era is coming to an end. Seren are arriving, and we also have a huge, colossal partnership with an American brand, which you'll see in just a bit. Now, here is the season recap. Nico Hülkenberg, insane. 3 race wins, 2 second places, and a P3. Colapinto with a victory in Silverstone and a P2 in Mexico. So Hülkenberg was the full man, of course. We managed to beat Piastri and Antonelli to that P7 spot in the Drivers' Championship. And yeah, absolutely insane. Hülkenberg went from not winning to winning 3 times and also winning 2 of the 3 sprints. Colapinto, his luck in the sprint wasn't really that good compared to his teammate, but Hülkenberg outperformed, and a part of me wanted to keep him, but look, we made our moves in the driver market early, and that's the kind of consequence of moving things early, is that things can change for the better with what you already have in the team.
Well, it looks like we've been pipped to the post by another team. They've agreed a contract. It's all locked. Hopefully you weren't too set on them. I'm sorry it's not better news, but there are other options out there.
Right, so it's official. Colapinto stays in this career mode, and just like in real life, he's going to be in the Alpine. So I love that for him, and I love that for this story mode in the career mode. So, like I said, there's a vacancy at Ferrari. Hamilton has now retired. Does Hülkenberg go to that seat? That's what I want to happen. That's what I hope will happen. And that's what logically should happen. To my knowledge, there's no other vacancies. So unless, teams hire and fire and switch, we're not going to know exactly what's going to change. So we skip ahead nearer to the end of the season. We receive 2 facility improvements for engineering, regulation analysis team, and QV expansion. Reg analysis team is very important because we can discount protecting upgrades, which is great. So we're going to go ahead and add simulation software upgrade to reduce the cost of R&D on powertrain upgrades by 10%. That will help quite a fair bit, be quite a productive facility improvement. And we're going to add another one, and I had a little look and I was debating what would work best here, and we don't have many left. They're all related to upgrades, and we've almost maxed out our car, but we are going to go for dev expansion on chassis to develop 3 upgrades at the same time in the chassis department. That's because if we are going to lose upgrades with this reg change, we can hopefully get them back very quickly. So yeah, with that done, we're going to get into some more updates. Now in development, we are going to go ahead and protect 2 more chassis upgrades. You can see the master cylinder is sitting there. We'll take care of that next season. For now, we're going to get some more parts protected before the end of season cutoff. And to be fair, it's looking like we're going to come unstuck. That chassis is not looking great. We've had a very late reg change. We've done what we can, but it looks like we are going to run out of time. They're now very cheap, by the way. They're all under 100k. The discounts, because of that facility improvement I mentioned before, is doing wonders, and they're very cheap. On the engine, we've got 3 left, but the chassis is not looking so great. Anyway, on personnel, we do receive personnel deployment strategists, which will do very nicely, and we're going to add some more to that right now. So we're going to go for the bidding management group, which will reduce the cost of facility improvements all round by 15%. That's basically all that we're doing right now. So it's quite relevant, quite productive, and that will help save costs in a big way. So with that done, we also go to corporate one last time, and we receive brand strategists. We're going to go ahead and add one more into the mix, and for this one, secondary sponsor team expansion. Increase the rate at which you gain loyalty with your secondary sponsors by 30%. This is level 3 out of 3, the maxed out version, to try and level up on those second sponsors, earn more cash, more exposure, better designs in terms of the decals for the decal editor, and have our car look sweet. Anyway, we're finally finished. We are at the end of the season. It's done.
A sponsor sees potential in us and wants to explore a partnership.
Or at least I thought, but turns out there's always time for some more business, and we have another secondary sponsor, and this one, I'm actually quite excited by this one. Esto Perpetua, which I love their design of their logo, and that is going to fit in very nice with next season's car, let me tell you. So yeah, I'm keen to see what the car will look like. We've got a lot of secondary sponsors, so I'm excited. Guys, I've got some big stuff in store coming up now in the second half of the video. We had to get this admin work done. Simple as that. We had to get through it. But we're finally finished, and we can now move into Season 3, 2027. And oh boy, we've got some big things. Now, our final payout from X-Forming is a very nice, decent payout for a P5 Constructors goal. 16 mil plus 5 for hitting the season goal. We'll take that. Brings our total to just under $40 million, and the cost cap is a concern no more. We have cash again. We can burn it. We can push. Fan rating on our way to level 6. Maximum sentiment, and to be fair, the feedback is great. You can see the corporate income is up, which is really exciting to really get more cash flow in our team. And not just that, if we actually scroll over to the sentiment, it's quite similar to what you guys have been commenting on recent videos. Like some good ones recently, race and performance have brought some decent results. You know, the team's been winning recently, and also seeing our jobs at the podium is really positive. So on the budget, I'm not too sure how that works, because I swear we was on 130 mil, so that seems a bit bugged out, or there's something that's not quite accurate. You guys can tell me in the comments why that is the case, because we was not 52 mil under budget. Either way, Season 3. Now, I've switched up a couple of things. Notably, Monaco is back under the condition that I will start from the back to make it interesting. I've removed Austria and Zandvoort in the normal direction. I've kept all 3 reverse rounds, and I've brought back Spa. Other than that, no more changes. I was quite happy with the calendar last season. Singapore is still off the calendar because the AI are terrible there. Again, they're terrible at Monaco, but I'm going to start from the back and make that one interesting. But I don't want 2 street circuits with bad AI in the calendar. And yeah, Spa, the AI are pretty easy to beat, but it's a classic. I love that track, and I couldn't leave it out 2 seasons in a row. Anyway, it's time, guys. We're going to check out the new cars, new teams, new manufacturers for 2027, and I can't wait. We're going to begin with Mastercard McLaren, or Mastercard McLaren if I can say it correctly. Look at this. Kimi Antonelli has signed for the Papaya team. Bombshell out of the gate. Lando Norris is a 96 rated driver, and that begs the question, where has Oscar Piastri gone? I wanted to run the chrome livery, but unfortunately we can't do it. It's locked, encrypted, so we can't run the chrome one, which I really wanted, but this one looks pretty awesome with the MasterCard logos and the orange. It's a bit more rich. Anyway, we go to Ferrari, and this is where Oscar Piastri has landed. Oh my god, what a replacement for Hamilton, by the way. Leclerc, Piastri, 98, 94 rated, and by the way, look at this car. She's an absolute beauty. Glossy, darker red, no blue, no white, with the black wheels. It looks mean, it looks aggressive, it looks like a potential championship winning car. Speaking of championship, the current World Drivers' Champion and Constructors' Champions, Max Verstappen, Yuki Tsunoda, and Red Bull Racing Ford. Here it is. The big change for them happens in 2027. We've seen the bombshell at McLaren. We've seen the bombshell at Ferrari, of course, with Hamilton retiring, and Red Bull have a bombshell of their own. They dominated last season. Max Verstappen is a 6-time world champion, but they're not done. They want more, and Ford are here to get the help they want to try and push for potentially Verstappen's historic 7th World Drivers' Championship. I can't lie, guys. The livery is beautiful. I'll leave all the cars and liveries linked down below for all the mods throughout the season. But yeah, I'm keen to see where this goes. Now, from Red Bull, we go to the Silver Arrows, and another bombshell. Alex Albon has been signed by Mercedes-Benz, and that is Antonelli's vacancy filled in a big way by a seasoned, experienced veteran driver. And by the way, the revised livery, bit more turquoise, bit more silver. It's looking chef's kiss. Absolutely beautiful. The Merc this season looks an absolute masterpiece. I just love how much nicer this livery is designed. It's a lot sleeker, more compact, more organized. The sponsors make more sense. The teal turquoise accents are more prominent. There's a few more, and it really works well. But Russell, 95 rated, Albon 91. Guys, these top 4 teams are so strong. They're so stacked. It's gonna be a insane battle this season. I can't wait. And there's even more. We have another bombshell. Honda now with Aston Martin. And as we know, of course, Alonso retired at the end of season 1. They have retained their lineup. Esteban Ocon and Lance Stroll. Of course, Stroll's going nowhere, but Ocon is the main man here, and they have their revised Honda inspired livery, and we'll see if they take a step. They were, to be fair, at one point last season, especially in the first half of the season, they were our nearest rivals in terms of the battle for the best of the rest. It was a hot battle, but they were right there, and we'll see if Honda gives them that lift to try and take a step towards the battle for the top 5 contending teams. Either way, their lineup isn't exciting, but their car and manufacturer project certainly is. And speaking of manufacturers, it's all kicking off because Renault are back. Renault Alpine F1 team are here, and they've resurrected the iconic yellow and light blue. And not just that, there is Franco Colapinto. He is home, back at his current team, and he's going to be running it alongside Jack Doohan, which I love. It's almost like an alternate reality from real life, where of course, Colapinto replaced Doohan this season in real life in 2025, but in 2027, they're running mates, they're teammates, and they're rocking it with this insane livery with Renault making a splash back into Formula 1. I just love how good this looks, guys. It's one of my favourites for the entire season, and yeah, I'm keen to see how they get on in this Renault Alpine partnership. In this alternate universe, they're not taking Mercedes engines, they're sticking with, Alpine with Renault power units, and they're going to keep the project French in-house, and we're going to see if it works out or not. Either way, it's just bombshell after bombshell, guys. There's so much, and the best thing about this, there's even more to come. Now, unlike Renault, there's no manufacturer or bombshells other than their livery, which, like Renault, they've gone back in time. They've gone back 10 years ago. This is 2027 in game. They've gone back to 2016, their debut season, and of course, rocking the grey as the primary colour. So we've got the grey, red, and black Haas. Behrman, Crawford, I will note, they were low-key pretty impressive last season, and they were very quick over a single lap. Crawford was the best of all the rookies last season, and for a 71 rated, he was really quick. So Haas could be a sleeper this season, so watch out for them, because yeah, they did have some moments last season where they really stood out. Either way, let's move on. We go to RB, and interestingly here, Isaac Hadjar has been dropped. Now, I've kept the livery because it's slightly revised. It's a slight mod for the wheel covers and the colour of the kind of yellow, the red and the blue. But it's the V-Carb livery, which I love. It's the best base livery on the game, in the grid in real life. You've got to love it. You've got to appreciate it. Also, a white car stands out. Paul Aaron is now the senior driver, the lead driver here. And they've signed Dennis Hauger. So a very young, inexperienced lineup for V-Carb, opting for extreme youth. To be fair, no points scored last season, so they're a bit lost right now, and it seems they're very much just a feeder team or a youth development team at this stage. Now, unlike Red Bull, they have stayed with Honda Power for at least another season, so they're going to keep continuity and have something to contrast versus Red Bull in terms of performance, engine data, engine performance. So we'll see what happens for this young lineup. But we go back to the bombshells. Williams. And not just any Williams. Atlassian Golf Williams is here with a camo Golf livery. It's Liam Lawson and Isaac Hadjar, who of course replaces the departing Alexander Albon. So Williams also going for youth, interestingly, but Lawson had his moments last season where he was looking pretty decent. You know, we was close to signing him at the end of season 1 for season 2, but we ended up going, of course, for Colapinto. But yeah, this car looks incredible. I love the Golf livery, and yeah, Williams have delivered, but the jury's still out. There's work to be done. They're a little bit lost right now, and they need to improve. They kind of fell off in that second half of the season. They were, along with Aston Martin and ourselves, in that battle for best of the rest. So we'll see how their season goes, but a very promising start with this livery and lineup. And we go back to the constructors, because Audi have arrived. They make their splash into Formula 1, of course, taking over the Sauber project. They've also kept the lineup. Bortoleto, Marti. I'm not going to lie, Bortoleto was very quick in season 1, but he's really fallen off since the kind of driver patches, the ratings patches. He's got a bit cold. Marti was very slow last season, so I'm expecting a big step up from him in season 2. But Audi is the key project here, and it is their first season, so it might be rough. We'll see what happens. Sauber scored 0 points last season, so that could continue, or they could make a step. Either way, their car looks amazing. It looks the part, the black, the chrome, the red. It's sexual. Absolutely beautiful. But we'll see if this results in any pace. And that's not just all. There's more manufacturers in town. Now, yes, we have a manufacturer on our side. But before we do that, we have to intertwine all the ingredients and all the elements. We've got our title sponsor, Seren. We've got our drivers. Carlos Sainz, 95 rated. The smooth operator is back. Pierre Gasly is 92 rated. So we've got a hugely stacked lineup, and we are definitely a championship contender. After 2 seasons with Mercedes power, it's time for a change. And the manufacturer that we are signing with currently has a deal in place with Ferrari in real life. So because of that, we are going to go ahead and we're going to sign with Ferrari as our engine manufacturer for this season. So we have a power supply, we've got drivers, sponsor, and you know more or less what's going to happen. But who is this manufacturer? Who is this big deal that's joined our team? Well, I present to you 97 Cadillac F1 team. It's official. It's here. It's a big one. It's a massive moment. It's going to be the leap to fight for championship contention in both championships. The backing from Cadillac, General Motors, together with Ferrari, of course, our new title partnership with Seren. 2 new drivers, 95 and 92 rated. It's showtime. There's nowhere to hide. This is it. We are going title hunting. And not just that, we've got some additional partners, such as, of course, the returning sponsors from last season, Distal, Aperture, AI, or all, depending on how you want to call it, Savant. You've also got Finishing, the new sponsor, Esto Perpetua, Seren, Highland, and not just that, there's more. Cadillac, General Motors, also even more, of course, my own personal sponsors, which you guys know I'm affiliated with, Sim Racing Center, Next Level Racing, Fanatec, and last but not least, one of the big ones, the personal sponsors from Carlos Sainz, Pierre Gasly, Santander, and Givenchy. Also, Tommy Hilfiger is our official clothing partner, also seen on the car. Here is the new Sparko race suits glove combination and the entire car put together. It's a masterpiece, and unfortunately, after all of this, Nico Hülkenberg does not have a drive. He's a free agent. I thought he was going to Ferrari, but that Piastri Antonelli bombshell just broke the market, and Hülkenberg doesn't have a seat, which is unbelievable. So we begin season 3 with such a bombshell. It's actually insane. Now we have to get through the activities, and yeah, there's a lot to go through here, but in a nutshell, we're just trying to improve our fan rating and our relationship with our new sponsor. You can see the new teamwear, the new t-shirt, the background, you'll see more of that soon. The logo in the top right in the background will also be updated, so bear with me on that one. That was one of the issues I've been having over the last couple of days, but for now, I can't wait, guys. I'm so excited, and the best thing is, we have actually lost some upgrades. Now, I say that's the best thing because there's actually going to be some development this season. I thought there wouldn't be. I thought we'd be running maxed out cars, but that reg change has done its job. Now, we have some testing regulations, which means we're going to start the season with the same as last season. We were P5 in the championship, so 90% resource modifier, and you can see here we have 7 parts in the chassis, 5 on the engine that we've managed to keep. Unfortunately, we've lost the rest. So, we're going to have to get to work and start fixing those lost upgrades. So we're going to get started. We're going to basically dual develop all of these and hopefully get as many back on the car before round 1, and hopefully we can recover some of that lost performance. So yeah, we've done all our chassis upgrades. We're now doing, of course, the engine ones. I'm not really too concerned about the order. I just want to get them done. And yeah, the pricing is very similar as well, so there's not much difference in it. So yeah, we got all of them done, and we are going to basically skip ahead because we still have a lot of things to get through. You can see on the left side, there's a lot to do before round 1.
Chief, I must remind you that we have parts fully researched that are waiting for development. Let's get that performance on the car.
Now, let's begin. Engineering. We have received development expansion for the chassis, which of course, if you guys remember, allows us to develop 3 chassis upgrades at once. So we're going to go for material testing suite next, reduce the cost of R&D on durability upgrades by 10%. Again, we've hopefully unlocked those final ones, so we can hopefully work on those now. And yeah, we're going to skip ahead because we've got more to unpack. Look at the cash, look at the R&D points. It's looking very, very healthy. We received more facility improvements, upgrades as well. It seems like most have actually arrived, which is really good as well. And yeah, we're just rattling through the activities and getting closer to that round 1 in Australia.
Hey, Chief, we've got multiple parts out of research. Don't forget to develop them. We've got performance sitting on the table that we could be getting into the car.
So let's have a look. We'll quickly address these. So engineering, simulation software upgrade level 2. We're going to fill in that blank and get another one cooking in the background. Development expansion on powertrain allows you to develop 3 upgrades at the same time in your powertrain department. Again, because we lost some of those in the reg change, it makes sense. We'll hopefully get those cooking away. You can see confirmation of the lost upgrades, which again is a little bit outdated, but still relevant. We received 3 of the 4 chassis updates. One of them did fail, so we'll have to redevelop and address that for the time being. We do receive all 4 on the engine, which is great. So we're going to go ahead and do a couple more, and that will leave just 1 remaining to protect. And we'll do that after round 1 in Australia. So we'll get those done. We're also going to quickly cycle back around to the chassis, and we're going to get another upgrade cooking up. We're going to go for tire analytics data to basically improve tire wear. I want to make sure our tire wear is good from the get-go, out the gate this season, because the AI are really good at that. So yeah, with that done, we do receive a big update. Corporate. You can see we have a new office. Things have changed. Why? Because we are now phase 4. I'm not sure if this has been patched or not. I have no idea, but we're here. It's official and it's legit. The office looks insane with the new kind of black team wear with Tommy Hilfiger, of course. It's looking insane. We are going to do some audience engagement, which basically means we get 75k per race win. That's pretty easy. We should hopefully win a few more rounds this season if we want to fight for the title, so that is free cash.
Boss, we've hit a major milestone. Things are really coming together.
And we have one more thing in the corporate facility, and that is confirmation of that stage 4, so we get a little 100k cash boost injection. So we finished the episode, guys, with the development chart. I'm not sure how accurate this is to round 1, but right now we are the 5th best team, basically picking up where we left off. However, we have lost ground compared to the top 4, so we've actually been hurt by the regulation change more than most teams. We're actually 3rd in terms of loss behind Audi, and also I think that's Williams, who took a tumble, and Haas, to be fair. Either way, it's here. Round 1. It's official. It's time. Guys, we'll pick this one up in a couple of days. The admin work is done. I can't wait. Like the video, subscribe, but it's official. 97 Cadillac F1 team is here. Guys, a massive shout out to my channel members for supporting all the content. Please check out the 2 videos on screen, and I'll see you guys very soon for the Australian Grand Prix. Ciao, ciao.